we're back with the high school football media day here at Everbank Stadium. I'm with one of the top teams in Northeast Florida, the Bartram Trail Bears, coached by Daryl Sutherland. Coach Sutherland, thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having us.
Tell us who you brought today.
We've got Brad Cecil. He plays left corner for us.
Left corner.
Yeah. He's our center. We've got Parker Devine, who's a defensive end. Riley Smith, who's one of our quarterbacks, and Joey Smith, Joey Gable, who is our other quarterback.
All right. Well, Coach, I saw you play several times last year. It must be special to have so many weapons on offense. Tell us about the offense, because basically you return your entire offense almost, except for maybe some linemen or something. Talk to us about the offense.
Well, it's a great group. I tell you, the two quarterbacks down there on the end are two guys that make it fun to go to work every day. They're both great young men. They're both team-centered. They both do a great job of getting the ball around to their teammates. And like I said, they have a lot of fun playing football and make it fun for everybody else. Brad and Tristan Sheptock, our two returning linemen, have done a great job of pulling those other guys. The other guys were guys that had playing time. We did graduate a few starters, but they've done a really nice job bringing those other guys up and turning them into a tight group. There's so much about the O-line that's about cohesion and about teamwork and about caring about each other, and they've done a really nice job leading in that way. And then, Parker with the defense, we bring back a lot of guys on defense. Keith Cromwell, our defensive coordinator, has done a nice job of putting guys in positions to be successful. I'm really excited about the whole group.
Now, one of the things I talked to them before we went on camera was so many weapons. If you're a defense and you try to stop Joey, you try to stop Riley, well, you still got other weapons. I think one of the most unheard of weapons you have is your junior to be running back, Devin Ellis. Talk about him.
Great football player, even better young man, and very, very much a team-centered player. One of those guys that does all the little things. We do a lot of quarterback run game with these two, and that means that running back ends up blocking, and he carries out fakes really well. He's a great receiver out of the backfield. He's a very well-rounded football player, a great leader too.
All right, let's switch to defense.
Right.
Again, you're loaded on defense. Tell us about the defense.
Well, it starts with the guys up front. We've got a really good, we're a three-man and odd front, and all three guys are really solid, and the guys behind them. That's one of the things that I feel like we've really been blessed. We've got great depth, that we're two deep and sometimes three deep at positions where guys can rotate, they can give everything they've got, and then we can sub in, and the next guy's going to come in and give great effort as well.
Now, you play one of the most demanding schedules, and it seems like ever since you've been there, typically you've always played a demanding schedule. Talk about the schedule and how it gets you ready for the playoffs.
Well, two things. One, our county is really good. In the area, there's really good teams. So the teams that we're going to play just in our county and our district, we're going to play a great schedule right there. And then our non-district schedule, we're trying to schedule the best teams that we can. And that's something I really love about these guys. They love that. They want to play against the best teams. When we announced the schedule that we're playing Cartersville, that we were playing Cocoa, that we're playing Mainland, our out-of-district games, that we've still got St. Augustine and the county team on the schedule, and these guys love it. The fact that we've got such great competition every week.
Now, you open up with Mandarin in the Kickoff Classic. I was reminded that you play on the 12th against Sandalwood in the referee scrimmage.
Right.
And then your official opener in Georgia on ESPN2 against Cartersville, Georgia. Talk about playing on national TV and playing a really good team in Georgia.
Well, you're right. They're a great team. Coach King's done a great job there. They haven't lost in a couple of years, and there's a reason that they've gotten all the accolades that they have. We really look at it as an opportunity that these guys are ambassadors for our county, that they're ambassadors for Florida football, and that we're excited about going up there and trying to represent everything that we hold dear well.
All right, Brad, let's talk about some of the players here. You guys have many weapons on both sides of the ball. Who are some of the players that maybe we don't know about that are some of your best players on your team?
Really, it's really everyone. Everyone is just extremely hard workers in the weight room, and we're just really so close. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a starter, if you're a backup, or if you're what we have developmental squad. Everyone's so close. We're all hard workers. We all have the same goal. No one's really working for themselves. They're all, everyone on the team is really someone to look out for.
Now, I know you got Gunner, you got Robert French, one of the best tight ends in the area. So, defensively, offensively, you got weapons. You guys are coming off a third-round playoff loss. What is your expectations? Is is obviously to get to the state championship game, but realistically, what are your expectations for this year?
Our expectations are to do what we do every year, but keep going a little bit farther, make it a little bit farther into the playoffs. Coach Sutherland always tells us that instead of going and seeing late in the playoffs that competition for the first time, that's what we schedule early on in the year. That's what we want to see late in the year. So that's what we're looking for. Like whenever we do a deep in the past, we want to play good teams. And
the playoffs system has changed, so now it goes by seeding. So where last year you guys had to go on the road and play at Lee, now if you're the number 1 seed, you never have to leave your home field. Talk about that a little bit.
I think that's a great opportunity, and that's something that's really been exciting for us. Really getting to play, having the opportunity to play home playoff games. That's something that we haven't done in a couple of years at Bartram, and I want to do. It's something that we all want to do, or that we've never been a part of.
Now I can't let you leave without talking about one particular school. We had them on earlier, St. Augustine. Is this the year the streak ends? Coach reminded me, I said, oh, it's been 17 years. He goes, actually, it's been 18. You guys have so many weapons. Is this the year the streak ends?
I mean, I believe it can be. I mean, we always have the talent to do it. They're also a great team. There's always a great competition. It's always a great game. And it always comes down to the last minute. But I think that this year we have what it takes.
All right, go check them out. Bartram Trail Bears. They play one of the most demanding schedules in the area. Not only do they play several area powers, but they also play Cocoa and Mainland. They're playing a team from Georgia. They play Oakleaf, one of the best teams in the area too. So you've got lots of chances to go see one of the best teams in Florida against some of the best competition in the area. All right, go check out the Bartram Trail Bears. Thank you, Coach.